Okay, here we go. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're super excited to present some of the amazing health benefits of Plexus products, as well as the business opportunity. Like we've said before, keep your wallet tucked inside because there's nothing to buy. We just love these products and we love having the opportunity to share it with people who might be interested in them as well. So with that, I'm just going to kick off with our preview and our disclosure of what we need to say before we start anything. Just to let you know that this event is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors, is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you have heard and are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent any disease. And with that, I'm actually going to have your host, Jessica, give a little bit of her story before I get started into mine. I'll turn it over to you, Jessica.
I got into Plexus through a friend of mine who I work with, Christine. And I do Plexus. One, I'm a massage therapist, and so health is very much a part of what I do for a living. And Christine got me started because I get hangry, and we used to drive an hour to work. And if I did not eat before I headed home, I would get either sleepy or very hangry on my way home. And so she started sharing the Slim with me, and just kind of, it took her probably about a month before I decided I was going to sit down and really listen to her, even though after the first time I had it, I saw a difference in myself. I got home. I was still alert. I still had, enough energy to make dinner. I didn't go out and grab fast food, which is what I used to do all the time. And I still do occasionally just because I'm human. But I personally have noticed a difference in it. Also, my fiance's going to school, and I'd love to be able to make enough money. That way he can focus a little bit more on school. And I want to make a difference in the world. And so I volunteer once a month for a mission clinic. And I found that a lot of people who come in that have chronic pain and chronic problems, they're commonly just treating the symptoms of the aches and pains. When you learn more about gut health, you realize how much it affects your overall global health. And I've been able to bring these products to these people and show them that here we can focus on actually getting to the root of the problem and helping you feel better all the way around, instead of just, just taking an Advil and a Aleve, and focus on the gut health, focus on helping with the leaky gut, and help actually resolve some of these issues instead of having to battle with them long term and for the rest of their life. So that's really, really kind of my why. And I'm really bad at saving money. And so when I saw the business plan and how much Plexus pays out to its ambassadors, and, the fact that, it's a regular income, even as long as I'm using the products, I choose to have some on hand, but I don't have to. I'm using it, and I'm putting that money away, and I'm squirreling it away as a start to my retirement fund. And so right now it's starting to build, and I see it grow month after month. I'm still just an ambassador. I haven't ranked up yet, but I'm still seeing that money grow. Even without, I'm not the kind of pushy kind of person who's product. And even without that, I can still see that money grow. And that's my retirement nest egg growing, is what's growing right there. So
I love it. I love it. I had forgotten about your hangry story, and that's, I think, so many people actually suffer with that. I used to be that way as well, and my grandmother would carry food in her pocket for me, and my people who used to work with me, if I had said I was hungry, apples and stuff would start coming over the side of the cube walls, just making sure that I could eat so that I wouldn't hurt them. So I get you there. And I love, one of the things that I find so endearing and so amazing in this business is the type of people that I have met. I've met Jessica through my friend Christine, who she mentioned, and if it weren't for Plexus, I wouldn't meet these people. And wanting to make a difference is a common thread that I see among so many people. And this really is an opportunity to be able to do that. So I love that that's part of your why as well. And so many times the loved ones in our lives are a primary reason. You'll see in my story too that that is one of my whys as well. So I love that when you keep your eye on the why and you can actually see a difference. And yes, yay for having a year retirement in the future. That's going to be wonderful as well. So thank you for sharing. I can't wait to continue to watch your story grow. I will give you a little bit of my story. So I am Kim Harbage. I am a Gold Ambassador, which is the second rank inside of Plexus. And we'll go over some more of these ranks and what that means from a monetary standpoint. But this is my why in pictures, and all of these make me smile. So the first and foremost is my family, my mom and my sister. And I always get a little teary-eyed when I talk about it, so excuse me, but it's very real. And when you realize that you can actually make a difference in the lives of the people that you love the most, it is really motivating and very rewarding. So my sister suffers with some autoimmune issues. And just like Jessica mentioned, when you realize the difference or the connection between gut health and so many things, it really brings this picture of overall health into clear view. And I started taking the products 3.5 years ago. It was in June of 2013. I was not going to work the business. I never wanted to be in network marketing. That's not what I ever imagined I was going to do. I am a now retired accounting and finance professional because I am now doing Plexus full time. And I'll tell you a little bit more of that. I have another session that I'm actually going to be presenting about why I left my corporate job, my 6-figure income, to do this and also have the opportunity to make a 6-figure income here, as well as being happy and engaged and making a difference in people's lives. If you want more about that, you can get with Jessica and she'll share that link with you as well. But I have since quit my corporate job and am focusing 100% on bettering people's lives through health. I am attending school to be a holistic health coach. I'm attending the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, which is the world's largest health coaching school. And I graduate in January of 2017. So I'm super excited about that. And this is another crazy thing. I just signed up this morning to take a course. It is a 6-month program to actually write my own book and have it published. And I never ever would have thought that that is something that I would be doing, but I realized that God has put me on this earth to make a difference in people's lives. And I just want to help people. And I've realized as I've been talking to people that people look at themselves through shattered lens and they see themselves as broken. And there are so many people who just need to be loved and have hope restored again. And so that's what I'm hoping to do through this journey. And Plexus really has allowed me to see that that is a possibility, not only to address people's health from the inside out, which is so very important, but also to restore hope in how they see themselves and how they move forward. So that's just a glimpse of my future or my story with Plexus. The people I have met, the lives that are being changed because of these products, and even the financial opportunity are just mind-blowing. So as I go through this presentation, what I want to ask you to do is keep in mind and ask yourself, who do you know? Who could use improved health? And who could use a little financial blessing, whether it comes in a couple of $100s a month or $30,000 or $50,000 a month? I'm sure that it can actually change some people's lives. So with that, we'll get into the presentation and I'll talk to you a little bit more about the business opportunity, which is amazing. And then we'll talk about the products too, which are actually changing people's lives. So Jessica mentioned this, and she said that she hasn't even ranked yet, which is perfect. It is one of those things, and she also mentioned that she is not a salesy or a pushy person. Good, because you will do better that way. We really like to consider ourselves we're in the relationship marketing business, we go to our friends and our family first because that's who we care about. And I, for one, am not going to be pushing something to people that I don't believe in 100%. These are changing people's lives, and I'm going to have to see these people every single day, and I sure don't want to be ducking from my best friends. So I really have their best interest at heart when I'm sharing. This gives you just a little bit of a glimpse into the income breakdown. Of course, these are averages, and it comes with, the disclosure that every one of these is based on the work that you put into it. It's not that it comes for free or anything like that. There definitely is some work that's involved. But the senior ambassador, which Jessica is one person away from achieving that senior rank, but she's already seeing some income come in on a monthly basis, which is wonderful. The next rank is silver, and she's 2 people away from that, which I always like to bring this to mind because silver is the very first rank inside of Plexus, and all it means is that 3 people have joined your team and are interested in sharing the health benefits and maybe in working the business a little bit. But that is so doable. I love the number 3 because I can get my arms around it. But look at that. The average monthly income for a silver ambassador is $422 a month. That is life-changing. And it's easy. It's 3 people. You're asking your family, your best friend, an aunt or an uncle or somebody to support you. And those are usually the people who are willing to support you because they love you the most. Or maybe they won't support you because of that. I don't know. But it is definitely, it's doable. And so I like to highlight that. It's said that as little as $200 can save somebody from claiming bankruptcy, losing their homes, or not being able to put food on their family's tables. So this is life-changing for sure. I am a gold ambassador, and as I mentioned, I left, well, maybe I didn't mention this, I left my corporate job. It was a 6-figure paying job in October of 2015. So I'm actually celebrating my 1 year and 1 week anniversary of being free of the corporate environment. I never thought that I would be able to do that. I had in my head that I would need to be an Emerald ambassador before I could ever consider quitting. Well, God has other plans, and the words that came out of my mouth when I quit my job were not mine. I definitely believe that they were God's because He has a different plan for me to make a difference in other people's lives. So that's what I'm doing. But you can see there, gold ambassadors, average of $1,000 a month, and it goes up from there. And there's some additional perks that come into play as well that we will go into. But you can see there that a diamond ambassador can make more than a surgeon. So keep that in mind as you're going too. The shoot for the stars, the only way to fail is to give up. And we always say shoot for the stars because you just might make that. Here's some other perks that I always like to talk about too. We get paid on average 11 different ways, and each level is a different way that we can get paid, and there's different perks along the way. We get paid commission on any sales that come through our website, and anything over $100 we will get paid 15% on anything from $100 to $499. As soon as you hit that $500 level of any sales coming through your website, and that can be your own sales or it can be customer sales, as soon as you go over $500, then that commission goes to 25%. And it's not like others where it does like a stair step of 15% on everything up to 500, and then over 25 or over 500 you get 25%. It's on everything over $100 as soon as you hit that mark. So that's big and very generous. Then you get different rank achievement bonuses as you achieve each of these different ranks. And we'll go through some of these other factors later, but really the ranks are based on the number of people who are joining your team. There's a lot of detail here, so we won't get into that because really it's important just to know that it's doable by the average person. At each of these ranks, then you can get an achievement bonus. So silver ambassador is, again, when 3 ambassadors have joined your team, you get a $100 bonus. So Jessica is 2 people away from that, and I cannot wait to have her get that $100 bonus and put it in whatever fund she wants to. Maybe it's a wedding fund, maybe it's your retirement fund. It's fun. And then you get a bonus above that. So for gold, it's a $250 bonus. Senior gold is $350. Ruby is $500. Senior ruby is $750. Then the next rank is one of the one that I told you I had my eye on before I thought that I could quit my job, is called Emerald. And it's an exciting, exciting, exciting rank. So Emerald has so many people on their team, but in addition to that, you'll notice that there's no longer this one-time achievement bonus, but there is a 3% profit share. So what Plexus does is they take 50% of all of the earnings and they put that into a pot to be paid back to all ambassadors. Of that 50%, they take the 5% and they set it aside to be paid to our Emerald, Sapphires, and Diamond pools. So Emerald participates in that and they get 3% of that 5% pot. And it's pretty significant money. So you get that, and it's not just a one-time, it's every single month, which is pretty amazing. And then you also get a $500 stipend in your paycheck, your monthly paycheck, and you can get one of the white Plexus Lexuses. It's so exciting. I know Jessica and I were talking about this before. She's got her car picked out. I've got mine picked out. It's on my vision board, and I believe in vision boards because they come true. So you get a white Plexus Lexus at Emerald. The next rank is Sapphire. And so this one, people rarely stay at it for very long because you're really in momentum and you're growing your team. You go from Emerald to Sapphire. That Sapphire gets a 4% profit share, so an additional 1% to the Emerald pool. And then the next rank is the top of the company, and that is Diamond. With Diamond, you're getting a 5% profit share every single month, and then you get to upgrade to a black Lexus, which is also pretty amazing. I just actually spent a weekend in Dallas, which is one of our biggest markets as far as Plexus jewels go. And there were a lot of the jewels that drove to this leaders retreat. And so to see all of these cars, these white Lexuses and black Lexuses everywhere, was pretty exciting. So I can't wait for Colorado and Missouri to have those, and have Jessica driving one and me driving one. We'll have a little rendezvous when we get there. So pretty amazing. There are so many other perks. Oh my gosh, and I almost forgot the biggest one at Emerald too is you get an all-expense trip paid for you and a guest to go to Maui, which is amazing. And then they also started this year for diamonds. There is a diamond trip that is a few days right before that Emerald extravaganza. So lots of trips and lots of perks and lots of friends that come with that. It's amazing the people that you'll meet. Super fun. Sounds pretty amazing. And so,
every year.
yes, right?
Every year. So.
Oh, it's just, most of us can't even dream about going there once in a lifetime, let alone every year. So definitely something to look forward to. And I mentioned before that I am a retired accounting and finance person. So I love numbers. I think that I was born with that in my heart. So these business statistics are things that also make me giddy. They are unbelievable. Our executives, which Tarl and Alec are amazing executives. They are at the top of our company, and they have made a commitment to doing network marketing the way that it should be done, but rarely is. They make every single decision based on the best interest, not just for ambassadors, but for our customers as well. And there have been some pretty tough decisions where they have had to weigh those out, and they'll make a tough decision and they'll communicate that, but it's always in the spirit of doing what's right. Rarely do you see that at the top of an organization, and everything they do really kind of like oozes that, that belief comes out of every single pore. And it's actually, I believe it's Alec Clark who says, if you're a blessing or if you're blessed, be a blessing. So he really preaches that, and he lives that as well, wanting to have his life in balance with, and he will say this, he says, it's my family, it's God, and then it's Plexus. So he's definitely keeping that as one of the driving factors for how he runs the company, which is, in my opinion, it's nice to have that stability and balance there. So we've been named in the INC 500s magazine. You'll see both INC 5000 and INC 500. The magazine is really INC. The first year we ranked in at number 8, which is what you see here on this slide. And then the next year, we actually came in again in 2015, and I think we were in spot 122, which is actually unheard of to actually be in there year after year, because it actually is measuring growth from year to year. So pretty amazing, and it makes you a little proud to be a part of that. Lots and lots of business accolades because we're doing it the right way, which is very exciting, especially coming from a geeky accounting finance person like myself. I love it. So who loves the Plexus business? Like, we've only very skimmed the top of this, but think about this. For $34.95, which is all it takes to join in and buy your own business with Plexus, that's unheard of. There are companies who that doesn't even come close to getting a business. So $34.95. Not only that, but the masses need what we have. We have products, which I will tell you about, that are changing people's lives and are really at the core of all disease. So we've got that, and that business opportunity that we barely touched on, that is making real life-changing money at the lowest rank. And people go to bed or don't go to sleep because they are worried about the financial aspect of everything in their lives. It is nerve-wracking. So from both of those perspectives, we have what people need. There's no sales quotas, which is pretty amazing. There are no parties. We're doing this one because we love this, and we know that people hearing the excitement in our voice catch the bug and the vision of how they can improve their lives. But we don't have to do this. You don't have to have inventory, which is another beautiful thing. And I love this because you don't rank up based on product sales. How many of you guys have heard of other network marketing companies that in order to keep a car or in order to keep a rank, they have to have so many thousands of dollars in sales every single month? Have you heard about people who have taken out loans on their homes and filled their garages full of product just to keep said car or promotion? Yeah, we're not like that. So you're not going to find yourself in a situation that happens, which is unbelievable. We've got consumable products, which when you're looking for an opportunity, that's one of the things that is a good, prudent business thing to look for, because then you're going to have repeat customers. But not only that, like, people don't want to go off of these products. And I know that Jessica and I were talking before, and she said, no matter what, these products are making a difference. And regardless if I was making money or not, these are things that I would invest in for my health because they're that life-changing, which is pretty amazing. Out of this world compensation plan, we just barely skimmed the surface of that, but I get really excited because I am that numbers geek and would love to go into more detail with you on that if you want. And in addition to that, you can fit this in the nooks and crannies. This is not the type of business that you're trading hours for dollars, which never matches up. You're never getting paid for what your hours are worth. Literally, you can fit this in the nooks and crannies on your phone. If you're commuting, if you are watching TV, doing stuff on your phone and reaching out to people and helping them is just so amazingly easy. So that's about the Plexus business. How about the products? You guys ready to hear about the products? I know that again, as Jessica and I were talking earlier, this is like,
you're delayed.
What's that? Is it?
My computer froze for a second.
Oh, you're like, oh dear. The Plexus products are amazing. And when you're in a room full of people and you ask these questions, the number of hands that go up are numerous. The stories that get told are jaw-dropping, and the tears that I always have are also numerous. I cannot help but cry for joy, really, of the people's lives who have changed, and whose lives have changed because of these products. And I will tell you that 99% of ambassadors are ambassadors because we have a story. We have a story of our loved ones whose lives have changed, people who are being able to participate in life again when it was just scooting them by. They are able to participate with their children and keep up with their kids and actually put food on the table for their kids, all of which they weren't able to do before these products. They're life-changing. I know for myself, I joined it for weight loss. I will tell you that that's the first thing that caught my eye when I was watching friends post about this. And I have lost weight. I've lost 40 pounds. I never thought that I would do that. But more than that, I have regained self-confidence. I no longer care about that number on the scale because I know that I'm more than that and I'm defining myself in different ways. My cravings are gone. I no longer want to rip the eyeballs out of people's heads, like the eyeballs out of people that I used to work with, because I had hormones that went everywhere. I swear I could have gone to jail on several occasions, but I don't anymore. I feel like ripping people's eyeballs out. I have more energy. People have always said that I have a ton of energy and they call me a freak of nature because I can go, and then get up in the morning and continue going again. But now it's even more so. I have tons of energy and I now sleep. This is one of my very favorite parts. I used to be afraid to go to bed because I would toss and turn all night long. My mind wouldn't shut off. I could not sleep. And so I was terrified. And now I sleep like a log. I love this. It's my most important thing ever. And then improved health. I'm off 5 different medications. All because of addressing gut health. And I'm not saying that Plexus is a cure-all because it's certainly not. It has allowed me to make changes in my life that have allowed me to come off of those medications and have a more improved health. And the same thing with my family. So very amazing. And I know, Jessica, how about you? I know you've got a couple of these too.
Yeah. Well, I already spoke about hangry. The other thing is I had a Monster addiction. Energy drinks. I was drinking about 3 a day. Being in the healthcare field, I know how bad it is, especially since there's a history of heart issues in my family. I really shouldn't be drinking this, but I go. At different points in my life, I've had 3 jobs and putting myself through school. And so that energy was a huge thing. And I mean, even now, I wake up in the morning, we go to drop Brennan at school, and then I run around, run errands, and then it's to work and then home. And then, I don't get that 2 o'clock feeling with the edge. The edge has completely replaced my Monster habit.
Yay.
Thinking how much more money I have now that I'm not spending like $10 a day, which I didn't realize I was spending that much, $5 to $10 a day in Monster.
Wow.
Since me and Brandon both take the edge, I spend probably about $45 a month on the edge, which is less than a week worth of Monster. And so like that $3 a pop adds up really fast, and I didn't realize how much more money I had whenever I wasn't spending $3 a day. So that's been the biggest difference in my life. Also, my fiance is gluten sensitive, and so it's really great because it's gotten his gut health back in balance. So we can order pizza once a week, which is fabulous because I love pizza. So that has made, and it's made a huge difference just in our budget, and like this month, I got $30 this month, which, it's not going to make or break the bank, but it was a tank and a half of gas, and my spa is closed for 4 days this month. So I kind of needed that tank and a half of gas this month. That was kind of I don't get paid till next week. I'm on E. Sweet. Plexus hit the bank today. I've got a full tank of gas. And that's actually kind of the highlight of my week.
That's awesome.
So that's really how it's helped me.
I love it. Oh my gosh. We need to put you in with the financial testimony of Monster. Like, that's huge. I love it. Your own built-in savings plan.
Yeah.
So, okay. So with that, I'm going to go over these products and just talk about them. They're life-changing. we have 16 products. That's it. And we started out as a breast health company with a breast check kit, which is not actually pictured here, but it is how we started. And the developers of all of our products wanted to continue on and wanted good health support for its customers. So 16 products, which includes the breast health check kit, and the rest of them are here on the screen. They're very focused as far as what we are addressing. It's not a meal replacement program, which you see so many places. It is not a quick fix. These are all amazing supplements, and I will tell you, every single one of these we take in our household, except for the X Factor chewables for kiddos, because we don't have kiddos. But everything else here we take. Do you have them in your house?
We have the X Factor chewables, mostly because if they're not chewable, we forget to take them.
Nice. Okay, then.
We're adults, and it's so much. You know, I mean, it's you get up, you take your BioCleanse, you take your pill, you take your pink drink, which is great. And then at night you come home and you take your chewable, and it's kind of
dessert.
Yeah, it really is. It's something good at the end of the day, right before I have to go and cook dinner, and you know.
I love it. I love it. So there, we can attest to all of these products. They are amazing. So I'll go into them. Being a health coach, and I know Jessica and I have talked about this before, because there are three main things. I've learned about this in school. I learned about it first. I often say I'm not sure what came first, the chicken or the egg. Was it Plexus or my understanding of health? And I really think that it was because of Plexus that my eyes became open to what true health was. I mentioned before that I was really interested in this for weight loss. And I guess I'm glad that Vanity won out, because I actually have learned so much more, and the window is huge, and how we can help people is amazing. So blood sugar, gut health, and chronic inflammation, these three things are probably the core to 90% of non-contagious diseases. That is everything. The things that we hear about as we get older, the things that we just assume are going to happen to us, we can really address them and minimize the effects of some of these major things by addressing these items. And so I'm going to go into some of the products that address these, but just know these three things are core and critical to everything. The triplex. This is one, and there's two products in here that I wish they had a different name, but they don't. So I will talk about them anyhow. Plexus Slim is that's what we lovingly call our pink drink. It is a little stick, and I know that Jessica has samples of them there, but it's a little stick, just like that, perfect. And you mix that with water and drink it. You can shake it up in a bottle of water. If you're gonna put it in a glass of water in the morning, I often recommend starting with a dry glass because it clumps less, and then you can pour your water in from there. If you have a more neutral pH, neutral water, it dissolves even better. I don't know if you have noticed that with your K water. It's amazing. But what this does is it helps level blood sugar. It's called Plexus Slim. It's one of the ones that I wish had a different name, just because it makes it sound like it's only for weight loss, but it's not. It's about so much more. It stabilizes blood sugar. It can also help our lipid levels and just so many other things. It's got alpha lipoic acid and chromium in it, which are both great for leveling out those blood sugars. It is sweetened with stevia, which is a plant, which is amazing. It's not an artificial sweetener, which so many things are full of. And then it gets its pink flavor from beetroot extract, which if you haven't seen, there's great health benefits from beets as well. So it's all great for you products, all natural, that are doing all these amazing things in your body. And then we also have the ProBio 5. It is called ProBio 5. This is our probiotic. It is shelf stable. So many of those that you see in the market are needing refrigeration. Ours, the way that it is freeze dried, and it is in a capsule that will make it through your stomach acids to your gut where it needs it. So it also has a lower number of the IUs that are in there. You often see that when you're talking about a probiotic. Ours doesn't need as many. It has 5 strains of a wonderful probiotic. It also has a digestive enzyme as well as an antifungal. And this is so very important because not only does it repopulate your gut with good bugs, but it also gets rid of the bad ones. And it's the bad ones that we need to be concerned about, and not many people are talking about it. So I encourage you, if you have not heard of it, do your own investigation and look up leaky gut and put in any number of health issue. And actually, if you just type in leaky gut, you will see lots of them pre-populate, and it is amazing to see the connection there between leaky gut and so many other issues. So a probiotic helps with that because it kills the bad belly bugs as well as populates the good. And then we have BioCleanse, which again, I wish this didn't have the name that it does because people often get afraid of it, thinking that they're going to be in the bathroom all the time, but it's not like that. It is a magnesium supplement, and the way that it is formulated, it is also very oxygenating to your body, and disease cannot thrive in an oxygenated environment. So this combination is really amazing for so many things, and magnesium controls over 300 functions in our body. So having it in a pill form for us as part of this combination is really amazing. And I like to think of the ProBio 5 as kind of the toilet bowl scrub brush, if you will. It gets rid of all the junk in your guts. And then the BioCleanse is the flush. It gets rid of it. So they are a great combination together because of that. And so together they're addressing your blood sugar and your gut health. And it also helps to reduce inflammation too with some of those amazing ingredients that are in the Plexus Slim. One of our most popular products and triplexes, combinations, I guess, if you will, because it does so much. We like to joke that if somebody has da-da-da-da-da issue, start with the triplex because more than likely it is due to leaky gut. It can do a number of things. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit, the X Factor vitamin and then the chewables. So the one thing that is in X Factor vitamin that is not in the chewables is the aloe. The aloe is amazing. We've all heard about the health benefits of aloe, just that it can heal sores or burns or any of those things. We've heard about the topical use of it. This actually is taking whole leaf and gel, and it's putting it in a capsule where your body is ingesting it. It increases the absorbency or the absorption rate of nutrients by 300%. So no matter what you're taking, you're getting more of it in there because of that aloe. It is unbelievable. Another thing that is great about our X Factor is it is fully methylated. And oftentimes when I say this, there's some people that go, oh my gosh, it is. And if they're the other part of the people are like I was like, well, what does that mean? So there is actually a gene that 6 out of 10 Americans have. Probably most people don't even know that they have it. It is called the MTHFR gene, and it prohibits them from being able to absorb vitamins, specifically folate and the B vitamins that are so very vital to our health. This vitamin is fully methylated, which means that those people, even with that gene, are able to absorb those nutrients. So couple that with the aloe, you are not peeing out your vitamins. If you've noticed a difference, if you've taken other vitamins, you might have neon pee. Well, that's because you're getting rid of any of those vitamins. You're not getting the benefit from them. With X Factor, the aloe, and the fully methylized, I don't know if that's a word, but having it fully methylated, it really has some great health benefits. It's a vitamin that you can actually feel a difference on. And then you've already heard about the X Factor vitamin. It is the same thing for children, but without the aloe. And I have heard different things, and I haven't looked it up myself, that either the aloe does taste disgusting to eat, so maybe that's why it's not in the chewable, but there also might be a reason that kids shouldn't have aloe, but we have the options. Gosh, I mean, our lineup is just unbelievable. I find it really hard not to go on and on and on about these different vitamins, but The Mega X, so you've all heard about the EFAs, essential fatty acids. It's one of the things that all of our doctors tell us to take. They tell you take a fish oil. Well, this is the equivalent of a fish oil, but it's even better because it's not made of fish. It is actually a plant-based omega. So for your friends, family who might be vegan or don't eat fish or don't like fish burps, which often happen with the regular omegas, this is a plant-based, so you don't have that aftertaste and you don't have to worry about the source of the fish, which so many people are these days for good reason. But this omega, plant-based with the ahi flour in it, and it not only has omega-3s, but it has 6, 9, 5, and 7. These are amazing for our health. Doctors will say that we need to marinate our brains in fatty acids. This has them all. It is good for heart health. So James, good for you for taking this one because it's good. It is good all the way around with amazing things for us. It's a new product that was just rolled out in June of 2015, and I have loved this one. It also helps rest, being more restful. And I'm having dreams now where I didn't used to dream before. I do now, and I love it. Discomfort. We talked about chronic inflammation, and these products actually will address this. And there's a third one that we don't have the picture of, but the Ease capsules are for people who cannot take over-the-counter pain medications. And actually, I would recommend that everybody start getting off of those and take this instead because it is all natural. It doesn't have the side effects that so many of those other over-the-counter drugs might have. It has got turmeric in it, which there are so many health benefits of turmeric. And then it also has the New Zealand green lip mussel, which serves as a fatty acid. And you need fats with the turmeric for the turmeric to be as effective as it possibly can. So these taken together are amazing. And then we've got the topical cream, which is better than any of those other drugstore brands that you end up stinking with as well. This actually it's a topical cream that goes in and it addresses any muscle soreness that you might have. It is wonderful. My sister swears by this, saying that it works better than any of her prescription pain creams ever have. So great, great stuff in here. And there's one that we don't have pictured. It's called Nerve, which is one of the only products on the market. It may be the only one on the market that actually addresses nerve pain. So many people have this as a result of different medications that they might have taken in the past. You know, those tingling fingers and stuff like that. This will do a number on helping that as well. My family takes all of these. Edge, we've talked about, Jessica already talked about this. It is one of the most amazing products. So this one was released in June of this year at convention. And I will tell you, as a health coach, I was a little skeptical because we're talking about caffeine. It is addressing the monster market and those energy drink markets, which, as Jessica said, are terrible for us. We all know it, but sometimes we can't help it. We need it to get through life. This product has 3 ingredients in it, period. And it's clean caffeine from the Café Robusto coffee bean. Anytime you see caffeine on another label, unless it says natural caffeine or the source of it, it is a synthetic caffeine. I, as a health coach, am a big believer in putting real stuff in my body, not a synthetic. It also then has 2 other ingredients that help our brains be more focused, and it takes away the jittery effect of any caffeine that you might have, and it does stuff for really good, amazing things for brain health and motivation and those types of things too. This is just talking about the energy crisis, right? Everybody wakes up feeling tired. They feel like they haven't slept. Well, this can actually change that. I love this stuff. And it doesn't keep me up at night. I actually have to remind myself to go to sleep because I have energy to continue going. But as soon as I lay down, I'm asleep. So it doesn't keep me awake, but I certainly can get more done in my day without even thinking about it because of this product. I absolutely love it. So a skeptic, but I'm a lover of it now.
I was really hesitant to take any energy pills because that was one of my things with Monster. Because I've had a couple other people talk to me about, here's an all natural energy pill, or they even have the, just the over the counter synthetic energy pills.
Mm-hmm.
A couple people to take them, and I've been like, with Monster, I know how much Monster affects me, and I know that I can gauge the energy that I get from it. And like you said, I don't want to be up all night. There have been a couple energy drinks that I've tried, and I've tried one other energy pill, and it made me really jittery.
Yeah.
I was up for, I think, 36 hours straight.
Ah!
Before it wore off, and then I just crashed, and I felt so horrible the next day. But the edge, I don't have any jittery. I don't have, like Kim said, I can go to sleep at night when I take it, but it keeps me up and it keeps me alert through the day.
It's pretty amazing. That's, of course, I don't have on my reading glasses. Theacrine and L-theanine are the two ingredients that are in there in addition to caffeine that do that. They give you the benefits of caffeine without the jitteries. It is not addictive. So many great things about this. So I was going to ask you, Jessica, talking about our last product, which I don't know, wait, it might not be our last one, but when you were talking about how the gluten sensitivity is starting to go away and you're ordering your pizza, are you using your block with your pizza?
I get paid Friday, and I'm going to start using block. Because, like I said, I've got my wedding coming up next year, and just on just on the triplex, with the clinical results, I should lose about 50 pounds. I would like to lose more than that. And I'm a foodie. I love Thanksgiving. I love Christmas. I love parties I usually end up going to, and the wonderful home cooked food that comes with it. But, like I said, still trying to slim down for the wedding. So I'm really looking forward to starting the block. I'll order it Friday, so I'll get it on Monday or Tuesday. It's another thing I love about Plexus is the turnaround time. I order it and I have it. It's part of the give me now generation.
So true. This product is awesome. And I will tell you, so I carry this in my purse everywhere I go. I'm just pulling things out of my bags of tricks as I'm sitting here. Block. This thing is unbelievable. And it was reformulated in June and re-released as quick acting. You can see that it says quick acting on here. They changed the formula just slightly, but they changed, most importantly, the capsule that it's in. It used to be that you would have to take this 30 minutes before you had a meal. That would give it time for the capsule to dissolve and the effects to start happening in your body. But really, it's an enzymatic effect in your body. It contains in situ brown seaweed and white kidney bean extract. And the combination of those together block 48% of carbs from ever turning into glucose in your body. So I should have like candy. I don't even have candy anymore. But it's like
you said a package of Skittles earlier, and I was thinking about
how many were being absorbed.
I love them.
Yeah. So if you think about if you have 4 candy bars and you were to eat all 4 of them without block, you would have the fat and the sugar and everything else of 4 candy bars. But if you were to take block, it would really cut it down to 2. And now as a health coach, I don't recommend doing that kind of math because that really just goes against us. But that's a good visual for you to understand what it's doing inside of your body. Not only that, it's really good for you on a regular basis. They recommend that you take this before your 2 largest meals. I say take it anytime. If it's your large meals or not large meals, if they're carb loaded or not carb loaded, the ingredients that are in this product on its own are amazing for other health and organ support. So great products in here. And you can have your pizza And eat it too with a little less guilt.
My Friday night pizza will not turn into Saturday morning fat.
That's right. So the question that I asked you guys at the very beginning is, one, who do you know that might be able to benefit from this? But this is more for you. How many Mondays have come and gone since you said, I'll start next week? I've been there so many times, and the guilt that comes with that, and this feeling of being bad. And what do we do when we say, oh my gosh, I fell off the bandwagon, or I'll start tomorrow, or I completely blew it today? We're telling ourselves all this negative stuff. And so I encourage you to quit waiting for that next day, but to start today. Today is Sunday. Order and you'll get it, and you won't have another Monday that passes that you haven't started taking steps towards your health. These products are unbelievable. They address some of the most amazing things. I could go on and on and on about the benefits of these. It really is amazing. And then not to even mention what it could do for you from a financial standpoint, or anybody else that you might know too. They really are the best products. So the question that we leave you with is, what if this could change everything? Would you be in? I think you should be. Let Jessica know these products have been life-changing for her. I loved watching her on her journey, and I can't wait to see some more of it as she moves towards her wedding and her retirement, and you're giving to your organization and just fulfilling your whys. It is so life-changing and so gratifying to watch people's lives change. We invite you on this journey with us. We really couldn't ask for a better one to be on. We absolutely love this and want you to join us. Thank you for listening, and get back to Jessica with any questions that you might have, and we will see you soon.
All right, bye, Kim.
Bye.
Bye.